Good morning, YouTube. This is Mike in Detroit. How are you? I hope everybody's doing well. It's another video for our intermediate pianist. Um, I said this in other videos that there is this space that when you hit the intermediate area, not a lot of instruction out there, so I'm trying to fill that space. Today, we're going to look at Autumn Leaves, a very well-known jazz standard. But our goal is really not to learn Autumn Leaves. Our goal is to let Autumn Leaves instruct us, to teach us. So this will be good for my guitar friends. Hey Gino, how you doing? It'll be good for trumpet players. It'll be good for banjo players. It doesn't matter. Because we're going to talk a little music theory. I think just to keep it kind of respectable length, we're going to try to accomplish 2 or 3 things. We're going to try to figure out how to voice chords as if we're playing solo. We're going to look for sounds like that. If there's a singer singing this song, or we're singing a song, hopefully not me, we're a solo piano, we can find some voicings that will work. Then we're going to shift, because at some point in the song, in most venues, you got to improvise a little bit. Again, we're in the intermediate stage, so we're not going to do anything too advanced. But we're going to keep our place, shift to where we need to different chord voicings, because we need to free up our right hand to improvise. So we're going to look for these kind of voicings. And then we're going to shift back, because usually the improv is over. You're going to get a round of applause. Now you're going to go back. The singer's going to take over again. Now you're going to go back to these voices, or these voices. So that's our goal. Buckle up and get a pencil and piece of paper out. Hover your finger over the pause button. Go back when you need to. I hope that we're going to use this song as a vehicle to learn a thing or 2. Now, at the onset, remember, these are transferable ideas. Doesn't matter if it's Autumn Leaves, Misty, Fly Me to the Moon, doesn't matter. You take these ideas in any song you want and take your playing up a notch or 2, a level or 2. Okay, let's dive into this. You can see I have on my screen Band in a Box. One of my favorite go-to programs is Band in a Box, because it's just a fantastic accompaniment program. As much as I talk about it, you think Band in a Box would send me a copy, but they didn't. I still buy it though. So on the screen, you see 3 chords there: G minor 6, D7, augmented, and another G minor 6. That's the intro that has been computer generated. We'll go with that. Now we're going to start off with solo piano. There's your G. So I think when you're in your woodshed preparing a song, the first thing you do is go with what you know. Here's my right hand. I don't care if it says G minor 6. I'm playing a G minor 9. Right? There's my left hand doing. Where did I get that voicing from? Well, that's my money voicing. If that's unfamiliar to you, if that voicing is unfamiliar to you, subscribe to the channel. Go back into, I did a whole series over a year ago on intermediate chord voicings. Could be that, could be this. But I'll give you the Reader's Digest version here for those of you who don't want to go through that. But I recommend that you do because I took you in some detail of how I came up with this voicing. So G minor is spelled G, B flat, D, F. It's a minor chord, right? So I'm going to lose the bass and play the ninth. There's a ninth. Lose the bass. What do you have? B flat chord, right? B flat major 7. So we put the G down in the bass. We go to the third of the chord, and if the chord is minor, our right hand is going to play major, like that. Now we can add things to the bass. This time I did root, fifth, left hand I'm speaking of. Let me take the right hand away. Root, fifth, ninth. Throw a B flat major chord on top of that, you have a nice voicing. But that's not the chord I started with. I started with this chord. Can you see that's still a B flat major chord except for it's in second inversion? So I took this, took the top two voices down here, and I ended up, that's how I got this voicing. There's something about second inversion. It's just something about it. It's just that crunch in the middle. Sounds ugly by itself, but surrounded by notes. Now that's money. That's go-to. That's go-to. Usually it's a G minor. If we were playing a 2-5-1, I'm digressing from the song right now, and about that G minor usually goes to some kind of C. All I did was move my thumb from here to here, and that takes me to F. So there's a 2-5-1 and F. If that is foreign language to you, go back through that series on intermediate chord voicings. But we want to take this a little bit higher here. So we have a G minor, but let's try this. So as grandma say, let me explain that. Let me explain that. That's a beautiful sound. Let's look at the left hand first. We got a G, root, fifth, and a tenth. If you can't reach that, and I have big old hands, so I can reach that. But if you can't reach that, just roll your wrist over it and let your pedal hold the G. See? Now where did I get this chord from? Right hand. So in the G world, that's a fourth or 11, G minor 11. That's a flat 7, and there's a third. A ninth. So let's take a look at this. What do I have? I have an F chord, F major, over G minor. That gives me a G minor 11 sound. Well, sometimes I'm not playing a G minor. I'm playing a C minor, or E flat minor, or an A flat minor, or any old kind of minor. All I gotta do is remember, take my G in the left hand, go down a whole step. And that's the chord I'm gonna play in my right hand, right? So here we go. Now, if you've listened to any of my videos, you know once you have a voicing, play it in different spots. First, get the 10th down. Let your hands dance a little bit. Enjoy that sound. Let's say we want to play a C minor. Root, fifth, 10th. What's the whole step? B below C, B flat is. Play that a few times. G minor. Let me hold the chord in case you need to write those notes down. There's my right hand. There's that B flat, and there's that second inversion again. Something about second inversion. Let's do G minor. Let's do C minor. What I want you to do is all the minors. Take the time to go ahead and do that. What I've done is given you the formula to figure that out. That's a C minor 11th chord. Just beautiful. Let's go back to our song, G minor. We're really in the intro right now. Now I'm on that D7. It says off minute, but I'll play what I want to play. So I'm playing a D7, sharp 5, sharp 9. In our course earlier, we played that D7, sharp 5, sharp 9 like this. So if you've gone through the series, you know this right hand. And put a D bass under that. But I picked this voicing because I was already in that neighborhood. Same notes as this. Take these two, take those two voicings up. By the way, here's that crunch again. Over D bass. You can do a 10th. So now we got something we could vamp as an intro. So play around with that. Those two chords is, yeah, computer generate that intro, but I like it. I like it. Now, I probably, if I was comping this song, I see that my target going into the song is a C minor. So preceding that C minor, I might play a G7 sharp 5 sharp 9. Hold that back from you. Here's your right hand, and here's a... Now, if you take your thumb up to this 9, you have that crunch again. Left hand, right hand. There's another nice voicing. That G7 sharp 5 sharp 9 falls right to a C minor. Let me play that again. Hold that in case you want to write that down. I told you to hover over the pause button because my fingers like to dance, so I got to remember to hold these chords there. Look at that. There's that crunch again on C minor. And by the way, this is a money voicing, so one again. I keep recommending that you go back and review that, because I go into a lot more detail on how these voicings are derived. So, well, what if I didn't want to play a C minor 7? Or in this case, I'm playing a C minor 9. There's the 9. Well, I just gave you a rule. I could just go more sophisticated, a little bit more modern, a little bit more Saravanish. How'd I come up with that? I went a whole step below C and played a major chord. Any of them. So I'm playing really B flat over C minor, B flat major over, there's B B flat major. Any inversion will work. Over C minor. So either way will work. So let's go the traditional way. The fallen leaf. Left hand. I'll keep the left hand a little simple. Here's the money voicing for C minor. It really is E flat major over C. So it's almost like your right hand has a brain and your left hand has another brain. Drop your thumb, you got an F9. Slip through my window. B flat follows the same logic. That's D minor over B flat. Go to the third of the chord, flip it. Now we got an E flat. Same logic. Now we have G minor over E flat. Now we need an A minor 7 flat 5. I'm going to choose this voice. I'll tell you why I picked this right hand in a minute. And it's kind of magical because over A minor 7 flat 5, in order to get a D chord, which is where I am now, D7, I'm going to play a D7 flat 9, which is go up a half step, there's D, go up a half step and play a diminished chord. That will always, these little nuggets, these little Easter eggs, these are the way intermediate pianists think. So if I want a D7 flat 9, that as soon as I hear D7 flat 9, that tells me to go up a half step and play a diminished chord. Now, left hand, I could do all kind of fancy stuff if I wanted to, but I'm keeping the left hand simple for now. And that takes me to G minor. Now G minor is the same as B flat major over G. You want to throw a ninth in, you're going to get that crunch again. You throw a flat 7. Flat 7. Root or octave 9. So let's do that again. The fallen leaf. Drip through my window. By the way, those are all the chords you need to play this song. Because the B section is going to repeat, and then the bridge, just same chords, it's just a different order. What did I just do there? So let's do another voicing of that. So let's go up here. Maybe that was too mellow for you, this little C minor. Or maybe you do that first time through. Now the song starts bumping a little bit. Now maybe you go to this one. Now where have we seen this right hand? Now I'm on F, C minor, which is E flat major over C. Oh, that's the same voicing I play for A minor 7 flat 5. And I look for ways to do that. In other words, in my right hand, I got a 2-for-1 deal. When I put an A bass under it, it's A minor 7 flat 5. But when I put an F under it, it's an F9. Same right hand, but I get a 2-for-1 deal out of that right hand. So this time I went C minor, 9, F9, same chords, just a slightly different voicings. Now I'm go right back to there again. Left hand, right hand. And I embellish that. You know, uh, that's another pianist, guitarist kind of thing. When you hear long notes, that's your cue to embellish. Short, short, long, short, 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 long, short, 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 long. So when you hear those long notes, so the falling. It's not that hard to do once you have a voicing under your hands. Just let your fingers dance. Also, you know this song is in the key of G minor, so you're thinking B flat major scale. Any of that will work. So there's a couple of ways to do solo piano work. So we talked a little bit about the left hand. When you're playing solo work, I know I do, I just wear out these temps. We came up with a little hipper voicing. Now this is really getting up there, a little bit heavy duty. I'll mention it here. I went through a G, I went to the third and played a quarto voicing. B flat, E flat, A flat. That's a voicing stacked in fourths. That gives you a different sound than this does. For now, stick with this. Maybe we'll circle back to quarter voicings in another video. But then just be aware that's the sound that you want. Now, you've gone through the song, the singer is singing, the audience is all involved, the singer turns to you, you got your voicings going on, you're backing up the singer, and it says, ladies and gentlemen, on the piano is Ray Ray, right? So Ray Ray got to shift his thinking, keep his place. Now the left hand's got to cover the harmony, freeing up the right hand to... So let's look at some right hand voicings. Some left hand voicings. Now, there's a G minor 7 on your screen. I don't see any G's. Bass player's got that. Or this. So it's a rootless voicing. It really is B flat major over G. So these same voicings we played in the right hand now will work in your left hand. So our first chord that we need to address is a C minor 7, which is E flat, anchor the third of the chord. This note will come down. You could leave this D alone, but I like this voicing. was playing a ballad if I had time. But a falling leaf. Let's forget about the right hand and get our left hand together. So here's a 2-5-1 into B flat. When I get to B flat, I'm playing D minor. Bass player's got this. Now I see E flat, I'm playing the G minor. Walk right up, diminish. Now here you got a choice. You can come up here, or I usually just play this G minor. But that'll work too. So 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Alright, got that? C minor, B flat, A minor 7 flat 5, D7, which is a diminished chord. Now go here. So pause the video and get that left hand on lockdown, because you got enough to think about when you're trying to improvise. Well, some of us do. But put that left hand on lock. Okay, now let's just talk a little bit about improvisation. One of your major tools is you have the B flat major scale. You have chord tones that you can work with. Arpeggios. So that's in C minor. So you can play chord tones. Earlier you heard me doing things like this. So that's about as far as I want to take this. Any note that's available to you, whether it is a scale tone or a chord tone, can be preceded a half a step below. So let's say I'm going to play this G. Well, that's a scale tone and a chord tone. See it in the chord? Yeah. But I went here. I can do that on any note. I can do it here. C. Maybe I'm targeting this C. I go. Let me put my band box on and let it play a little bit, and then we'll practice that little. Okay, that was a little taste. Now you heard me doing things. Oh, now you got to get your timing right. They say when you learn things, you learn things, you're marching, but when you're playing things, you're dancing. So when you learn a skill, you're marching. Gino and I call this typewriter. So that's kind of marching. When you're playing, you're more thinking like dancing. And in jazz, mostly it's eighth notes. 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1 and 2 and 3 and 4 and 1. Also remember, I have a whole video somewhere in this Menage YouTube channel I have that gives you 4, 5, 6, 7 things to think about while you're improvising. But I think I was on guitar when I did that. But hey, it works on piano too. Improvising is improvising. Number one, just play what you know. Just play what you know. If all you know is the major scale, play that. If you know chord tones, play that. If you know the pentatonic scale, play that. Play what you know. And let it dance, let it breathe, do repeats. One more time, let's put the band in the box on. And now we want to start putting some things together. Your left hand, get that so your brain can move to your right hand. And now you want to tell stories. You want to. Matter of fact, what I'm going to do is I'm going to slow this down a little bit to maybe 70 beats a minute. Let's put it on, and let's see how our improv will change based on the mood that we're creating. There's that D7 flat 9. Here we go. Okay, that was a little bit better than the first time. But go where it takes you. Let it breathe. Let it get busy. Let it breathe. And you're taking your audience on a nice story of autumn leaves. So I'm going to take the rhythm away and play it a little bit more free flowing, but I'm going to use exactly the same chord voicing. There's my C minor. D minor over B flat, I can reach up here and get this now. We talked about that earlier. Notice that time I walk the bass up, I let my right hand play. A little bit of scale work in the top. Now I have a diminished chord over D. Now this time I'm going to play this F over G minor. A little surprise, but it's quite beautiful. Okay, hopefully you got some nuggets out of that you can take and apply to not only this song, but any song that you play. Take it to different keys, different instruments. And I will talk to you guys on the next video. Take care. Be safe. Bye-bye.